I think that there's no doubt at all that in the places where democracy became popular in the late 20th century, in places where it definitely had not been present in a Western form before, to quite a large extent that was because of the relative economic prosperity that the Western countries had achieved at that point in time. So I think particularly in the Soviet Union and in Eastern Europe, a large number of countries, the populations, I don't know what percentage of the populations, I don't think anybody knows actually, but I certainly don't know, but quite a lot of the population were enthusiastic about the idea of swapping the Soviet model of political control for what they assumed to be the model of political control which Western societies had been living under. And they definitely did associate it with the prospect of greatly improving their own standards of living. Well, I think it was always a complete mistake to ascribe the prosperity of Western countries to the fact they had the particular political form they had. This is a matter of, sharp disagreement in Western countries, but that is my view. But I think that it has been very important to what has happened to the popularity of democracy as in the Western sense of representative electoral democracy, with elections in which the people are genuinely free to choose whoever they do happen to choose. I think it's been very important in the definite fall in popularity of democracy seen that way since at least 2008. That particular big economic crisis. I think it's been very important that actually the prosperity of Western societies has been much more insecure, and it has definitely failed to travel at all reliably to other countries which have adopted this form of political regime. So there are some countries which have adopted this form of political regime and have prospered quite a lot economically. The Republic of Korea and yes, actually quite a lot of countries around the world, but particularly the Republic of Korea, and to some degree beginning to be the case, I suppose also even India, so the idea that the Western model of electoral democracy is compatible with the successful functioning of a capitalist economy has been given some positive evidence, but the idea that it is in itself a mechanism for improving an economy has been shown, I'm afraid, to be a serious practical mistake. Obviously that has changed people's attitudes to it on a mass scale across the world. It has definitely in Europe too, in Western Europe, in Britain for example. There's good polling evidence that the younger people in Britain particularly think that actually there's not good reason to believe that democracy is a particularly good system. They don't have a belief something else is better, but they've lost confidence badly in the effectiveness of their political institutions as a structure for developing the economy they have to live off.